What is good, y'all? It's your boy Cam back with another draft video, man. So you're probably wondering, it says Cleveland Browns on the thing, right? Why am I wearing the Ravens jersey? A little history lesson, man. The Ravens are the original Browns team. So to throw a little shot at the Browns, I wear my little, I wear my Ravens jersey, man, just to stick it to them a little bit, right? But the Browns our today's subject today should be extremely fun to talk about this squad, this team, everything, man. So everybody knows the history of the Browns, so it's no secret till on how many players they missed on, how many players they've hit on. It's no secret, man. But we're gonna get a little deep dive into their history and everything, man. But if you guys could do me a favor, man, and check out uh check out our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to everywhere we got our stuff, man. We got it everywhere, everywhere. So Spotify, YouTube, X, Facebook, whatever, man. Check it out. Join our community of football fanatics, man, as we continue to grow in the social media content creating space, man. Give us a like, give us some subs, and don't forget to give us some feedback as well, man. We love the engagement, and it's really fun, man. So we're gonna get into that right now, man. So the Browns obviously had a long history of really good players, man. Really good players. So obviously you've seen the picture. Jim Brown, he's one of those ones. Um, whole lot, man. Whole lot, right? So Paul Warfield, one of the best receivers out there, really good. Um, who else, man? There's a lot of good players in this thing. Whole lot, man. Ozzie Newsome. I forgot one year they got my boy Antonio Langham. He was hella good with Bama, baby. Eric Metcalf, he was actually a pretty good kick returner. He's pretty good. Who else? But from '96 to '98, they did not have a team. Right? Case in point, they became the Baltimore Ravens, man. So um, I can't be mad at that at all as a Ravens man. So I enjoy it. Let's just say that. I enjoy sticking it to the Browns, man, because had everything went square and they just kept the team there, they actually might have got a championship, man. Because Bill Belichick was the coach of the Browns, man, and Ozzie Newsome was the GM, and the defensive coordinator was Nick Saban. So I mean, that's a lot of football knowledge there. And since history is kind of revisionist sometimes, um, I think they would have got a championship. I think it would have because they was gonna draft very well, and they had a really good team, you know. And in my recollection, it was actually some pretty cool draft picks, man. Some pretty cool draft picks, man. And it seemed like, well, they was turning the corner. I don't know what corner that was, but it seemed like they was on the right path to winning the title. So um, excuse me. But yeah, man. But nonetheless, man, we're gonna get into this whole thing, and we're gonna talk about their draft picks from 2000 all the way until now. And we're going to talk about what they might do in this year's draft and an assessment of their draft history, right? So, watch this, you know what it is. Let's get it started, man. So, uh, to start off, you have to look where they've been, right? To talk about where they're going. Um, they had a good team, man. I mean, 91, Turner, Langham, right? So they got some pretty good ass players, right? But when the team left, there was nothing for them to do. A lot of the players became Baltimore Ravens and or moved to different teams or whatever. So in '99, you got to start over, man. You got to start over, right? So you take Tim Couch, man, 99 to kind of start your season. That's your quarterback, right? Tim Couch was really good really good at Kentucky, man. Set a whole bunch of records for them. Looked real good, man. 2 years of straight balling at Kentucky, man. So when you say, oh well, they should have took Donovan McNabb, I mean, you can't be mad at them for not taking Donovan McNabb because look at it. I mean, look at this production, man. 72% completion percentage. That's pretty damn good, you know? So, yeah. So, and then his record stood in terms of passing yards in the season until Joe Burrow broke it in 2019. So that's like 20 years almost, 20 plus years almost that he's had that record, right? So that just lets you know what kind of quarterback he was in college, right? But when you think about his NFL career, man, the Browns was ass, bro. For lack of a better word, they was ass. Damn, I didn't know Dwight Clark was their GM. That's pretty cool, man. Rest in peace to Dwight Clark, man. I didn't know he was in the front office stuff like that. But other than that, they was ass, bro. Horrible, horrible. You can't expect somebody to have success with an expansion team down there, right? It's not good, right? Then we get into 2000, another horrible season, right? Nothing you can really do there. And you get them getting hurt. I mean, man, it's like whatever, right? But they just continued to be bad, right? They got Butch Jones, and then they turned the corner, 01, and then 2002, they lost to the Steelers in a very, very good playoff game. By the way, that's a classic. But they turned the corner, man. And Tim Couch wasn't necessarily good, but they got to the playoffs, right? Now I can say, oh, he's a bust, right? And that would be accurate. That would be accurate. They just didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Bruce Arians, man. Damn, I didn't know he was an offensive coordinator back then too. Yeah, I remember he coached at Temple as head coach, offensive coordinator, Mississippi State, tight ends coach, offensive coordinator, Alabama in '97, offensive coordinator with the Cleveland Browns, and then receivers coach for the Steelers. Came offensive coordinator, head coach. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. So he go way back, bro, way back, 2003. So that was pretty cool to see. But that's how I go, man. I mean, so technically, Tim Couch is a bust. Yes, Tim Couch is a bust. But thank you for the love, Andrew. But technically, I mean, My bad, I fucked that up. Sorry, sorry, people. My bad, I fucked that up. But nonetheless, um, yeah, yeah. Tim Couch was okay, man. He was alright. He was alright. I can't I can't be mad at that. Uh, I can't be mad at how he. Um, I can't be mad at how he was able to kind of navigate that horrible situation, right? But nonetheless, let's get into the 2000s, right? So Courtney Brown, year after being horrible, they get the first overall pick. They get the first overall pick. At Penn State, he was really good, unanimous All American, Big Ten, all the awards. But when you got to the Browns, man, he didn't look like that productive self, you know. Um, Whether it be injuries or whatever, he just didn't jump off the page as the productive first overall pick he should have been. And '03 was his best season, but we need way more production than this, uh, particularly because your first overall pick, man, you're a big guy. You basically were the captain on defense, man. And it just didn't work out, man. It just didn't work out. And this is a miss, man. This is a miss, a very big miss. Considering the fact that when you think about the draft he was in, you take this guy and you take this guy and LeVar Arrington was right behind him on the same team, you know. Then you could go lineman, give your new quarterback some protection. You could go running back. You know, let's the quarterback's best friend is a running game. Like I mean, you could go receiver because Plexico was nice. You go Ron Dane there. Like you could go a whole different way. Hell, you could even draft a kicker first overall. I wouldn't even been mad. But the fact that you went after dude and it didn't really work out kind of sucks because there's a lot more people available, right? So then we get to 2001, Gerald Warren. So Gerald Warren, this is kind of a bust too, man, because although he was okay in SEC play, right? He was an All American, um, and there was some production, particularly early on, right? But when we draft you third overall, man, I need more than this. I need more than this, man. And this is a miss, not only because the production wasn't there. Well, hold up, let me see, because he played defensive tackle. So, oh man, see, still not enough, man. Still not enough. Like if he played defensive end, then I would say that's a bust. But because he played defensive tackle, like it's a little more skewed to tackles and things like that. But still not enough, man. Still not enough, man. Considering the fact that they passed up more players in that particular draft that weren't, that didn't, that had a lot more production, should I say, man. And I still say maybe you go offensive lineman the draft after Tim Couch, and then you go offensive lineman again, in my opinion, because let's protect our investment, right? That's my mindset, right? Yeah, you might have not been able to get Leonard Davis because he probably was there already, but you got Steve Hutchinson in this draft, man. Like let's protect our investment, man. And I mean, you got other things you can do. I mean, like I said, you could have went running back 2 years in a row, right? I mean, you had Thomas Jones in that draft before. I mean, you had LaDainian Tomlinson, Richard Seymour, right? Like, if you were gonna go defensive tackle, bro, like, come on, man. It's like you could have put him at defensive tackle, and that shit would have worked out too, right? So that's just my take on it, man. So that's a miss for the Browns right there in 2021. Williams, so they had some success and on the field, and they ended up picking William Green, 16th overall. This really didn't work out at all. He was pretty good at Boston College, man. And actually, he's pretty good on Madden too, by the way. But didn't really, like I said, man, he didn't really do nothing, man. Again, nothing, no production at all. So this is a miss. You can't even can't call it nothing but that. So 03, 21st overall, they draft Jeff Fain, um, and this was a miss as well. Didn't play much with the Browns. So I'm anxious to see if he was a hit anywhere else. So New Orleans, he seemed to get a lot more playing time. Then Tampa Bay, he got a lot of playing time. So like this is a miss for them because he didn't stay there long. So then we get into '04, right? The highest tight end taken before Kyle Pitts in what 2019, 20 or whatever. I don't know. But Kellen Winslow the second, man, we all know his dad, um, Kellen Winslow Sr. Pretty damn good, man. He's a Hall of Famer. Well, Kellen Winslow. Kellen Winslow's Hall of Famer went to Mizzou, and he was the 13th overall pick in 1979. Damn near probably revolutionized the tight end position in his era. And yeah, so that's what he did. He proceeded to do that. His son had every metric that you can think of. I mean, he was bigger, he was faster, more athletic, everything. He had it all in terms of skill set. But he turned out to be a very despicable human being. Um, like just he wasn't right, man. But I'm not gonna call it a bust. I'm just gonna call it uh, okay because he's a despicable human being um, because of what he did off the field. You do the research, but he just wasn't smart. Like motorcycle accident, fucked his leg up, couldn't even play. You know, like broke his leg. So like it just didn't work out, man. But when he did get on the field, you saw how good he was. Right, 1,000 yards, 5 catches. Like he could have done this on the daily, right? And this is where the Browns started to make some mistakes, man, around this time, man. And as we get into '07, I'm gonna elaborate a little bit more on that. But Kellen Winslow, for the most part, was a hit for them. Um, and then they drafted third overall Braylon Edwards out of Michigan. He played there for about 5 years, and he's pretty good, man. He was pretty good. One of the best receivers in college, man. I think he's one of the first Michigan receivers to get 1,000 yards in 3 straight seasons. So the production was there. So you can't tell me he wasn't worth the third overall pick. And he was pretty solid, man, for them. I mean, they had some quarterback issues, as we know. Um, but he was solid, man. he was solid. So I call that a hit for them. But if they had a better, more stable quarterback situation, I think it'd have been cool. So 2006, they ended up drafting Kamari Wembley, and Kamari Wembley played for them for 4 seasons, and he was productive, man. 11 sacks. Hold up. Got it. 11 sacks, man, his rookie season. They put together some pretty good years, man. 15 over the next three. And then has when he went to the Raiders was really good for them. Really productive player for them. So this was a hit for the Browns, man. But as I mentioned before, it was ass, man. But we get into some good, man. Some really good, in my opinion. Joe Thomas, man. So Joe Thomas, what the fuck, man? Get the fuck out of here. All right, so Joe Thomas was pretty damn good, man. He's pretty good. He did some really cool stuff for the Browns, man. I mean, what can you really say? He was the best left tackle in the game for a long time, bro. For a long time. And I don't think he ever made the playoffs, bro. I don't think he ever did. I really don't think they made the playoffs with him as their left tackle. Every game he started, man. Every game. Didn't complain. Probably did, but didn't matter. He still played. And they hit on him, man. This is a hit. And the next same year they drafted Brady Quinn, right? Like Brady Quinn's on that list of Browns quarterbacks that gotta start or whatever. But like I don't know, man. I really don't know what happened, man. Brady Quinn was so good in college, man. He was like, and he was pretty yoked up too, man. He was in great shape. 2 straight seasons of straight, pretty good football, man. And he just didn't work out, man. So it sucked to see that because I was expecting a whole lot more from him. Um, and the Browns, quite frankly, man. But like I said, man, you get into '07, and you expect things to change for them. Um, and it just didn't work out, man. They went 10-6 and missed the playoffs, right? Barely, barely missed the playoffs. Um, but I mean, they was good, man. I mean, I don't really know what happened. Like, did they start? Yeah, so they started Derek Anderson, right? And that was cool. That was cool, man. But at the expense of Brady Quinn, that didn't really make sense, right? And then I get into this where I say they made some mistakes, man. '07, you 10-6 with Romeo Crennel as your head coach, man. So to put this in perspective, right? He was with Cleveland since '05, right? At this particular time. Oh shoot, no, I lied. I thought they got rid of him. Well, I take it back. I've been proven wrong. I thought that they got rid of him after they went 10-6. I thought they got rid of him after that. But he actually came back another year and they went 4-12. And then that's why they got rid of him. So that's why he got fired. Now, doesn't make it right because you was right there like the year prior. But if your ownership, damn, we're back to where we were before. we went 10-6. So that's that's how that goes, right? So now that makes sense. Okay, I'll take it back. I've been proven wrong, man. Sometimes the details you have to find. But Brady Quinn was a miss. I apologize for that, but definitely a miss, man. So '08 they didn't have one, traded it to Dallas so Dallas could get Felix Jones. '09 they draft Alex Mack, man, college football Hall of Famer, All Pro with them, and All Pro with the Falcons, one of their best linemen ever. Um, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? They had a pretty good offensive line, man. Joe Thomas, this guy. So this is a hit because he played, he posted every game, almost every game with Cleveland, man. And he left and went free agency. You can't hate him for that, trying to get the bag, right? And then we get into some interesting times for the Browns, man. So Joe Hayden was a hit. Um, like he was a hit. Him, Joe Thomas, Alex Mack, like they all kind of not gonna say came at the same time, but they all were kind of a part of trying to change the Browns around, man. And this is a hit, dog. I mean, production was there, um, but I mean, you look at some of these seasons, man. 5-11, 4-12, 5-11, 4-12, 7-9, 3-13. Right? He was there, I think, until 2016. So, like 1-15. Like, come on, man. Like these are horrible seasons, man. Horrible seasons, and the coaches don't make no sense either. Like, I mean, this is what we doing with the Browns at this time, man. And these are good players too. Like I mentioned, Alex Mack was good. Joe Hayden was good. Joe Thomas was good, right? You know, you get rid of a Braylon Edwards, and Kellen Winslow goes somewhere else and does despicable things, right? But you you have a good nucleus of players, man, and they just couldn't get it right, whether it be coaches, GMs, whatever the fuck it was. They just couldn't do it, right? So 2011, they draft Phil Taylor. Phil Taylor was out of the league by 2017, bro. So that's a miss, right? Didn't really do nothing at all with the Browns. Like even if you're playing defensive tackle, right, nose tackle, that's not you're not making no plays for real. Like so, that's a miss, you know. So like you just keep going, right? Now you try to make some moves, right? Team is not very good, so you end up drafting Trent Richardson, which in the outset of things turned out to be okay. Like that first season, he looked like okay, cool, right? 900, 900 yards. It's like damn, okay, we got something here. 11 touchdowns, man. Let's just get some more offensive line help, whatever. But then you trade him to New England. I mean, not New England, but Indianapolis. You trade him to New England. This is one of the most productive guys in college. Even though he had one season, he was still productive and tried to share the backfield with Mark Ingram. But when his time to shine, he did his thing, man. But like you trade him to Indianapolis. Like I don't understand it. I don't understand it, man. Um, like you know, and then he had his troubles with the Colts or whatever. But at the same time, dog, you can't you can't trade when you're trying to rebuild, dog. You can't trade when you're trying to rebuild. But this is a miss for them. But it might be their fault, man. So then that same year they draft Brandon Whedon. Brandon Whedon was like 30 when they drafted him. Bro. He didn't even last 2 years with the Browns. He did absolutely nothing, man. And they went 5-11 that season. So I mean, nothing. He was bad. He got 3,000 yards, but at the cost of 17 interceptions, yeah, not good. Not good, man. And then they just start drafting people, man. Barkevius Mingo only lasted 2 seasons with them. I mean, he came out, he was looking like a stud, though. Like he was going to be one of those ones. But this was a miss, too. Didn't do nothing. Probably couldn't crack the lineup, man. He got a Super Bowl with the Patriots, though. But, I mean, for the Browns, 3 seasons, that's it. That's it. Um, then 2014, you get Justin Gilbert. He only lasted 2 years with the Browns, didn't do nothing with them. Out the league by 2016. Um, I mean, in the same year, you get Johnny Manziel, but then you kind of just stunt his growth, man. Like, all right, you see Brian Hoyer, I think was the starting quarterback, bro, and he was good. Like Hoyer was pretty damn good, right? But it's like, yo, what y'all on? You know what I'm saying? Like, to put this in perspective, right? Brian Hoyer this is 2014, so he was like 7-6. The Browns was cold, right? They was good. And they was trending towards, I want to say, a playoff spot. Like they was trending towards like really doing good, right? And then like yeah, they was winning some games and winning some games and winning some games, right? And it looked like all right, we was about to turn a corner and like all right, cool. Brian Hoyer is our dude, right? And then kind of went on some rough times, right? And then at 7-7, right, they just decided to throw um what's the name in the fire, right? They just decided to throw what's the name? What I'm talking about goddamn um Manziel. They tried to throw him in just into the fire, bro. Like I don't even think he really played at all. Like this was the first game he played in his whole career. And your season on the line, and you just throw him into the game against a team like you throw him into the fire against a team like the Bengals, who was actually ascending at the time, and you throw him in there, and he just looked trash. And because you do that, you basically punt it on the season, and now you lose all of them because he wasn't ready, and you probably lost the team, and then you lost the season. Because at 7-7, you really don't know what you can do. You probably can make the playoffs. You don't know, but that was his first game, and it was bad. But that's my point of shit that the Browns do. They just do that shit, man, and it's horrible, man. It's absolutely horrible, man. So, like I said, man, maybe that's 2015. I don't fucking know. But either way, Johnny Manziel didn't do nothing for them. But in college, he's one of the best. Period. And so then they draft Danny Shelton. who was only there for 3 seasons, 12th overall out of Washington. That was kind of that was pretty much a miss as well. So we've literally gone from 2011 to 2014, 2015. Nothing. None of these first round picks did anything. Nothing for them anyway, right? Then we go Cameron Irving, who was there for 2 seasons, tackle 19th overall. Didn't stay with the Browns very long either. And then got a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Not the Eagles? No, it's the Chiefs. Okay, my bad. So Chiefs. Ended up getting a Super Bowl with the Chiefs. Um, but other than that, he ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing for them. I mean, like he actually played a lot though. He actually played a lot. Well, played in some games, whatever. But like, I don't think they really believed in him because you only gave him 2 years. So for them, that's a miss, right? So then we get in 2016, right? And that was 2015. They got Danny Shelton and Cameron Irvin, right? So both of those are misses in the first round. And then you get Corey Coleman, who, if you watch this college tape, he looked like he was going to be the next one. He won the Blitnikoff Award in college for best receiver. Like he really looked like he could be a difference maker for them, right? But you got to understand who you talking about. The Browns not doing anything, nothing at all. Like 2 seasons with the Browns, and he's out the league by 2022, right? So once again, we go from 11. We go from drafting some pretty cool players, right? Browns go from drafting pretty cool players, impact players, right? To getting into later in the 2010s and just picking people just because, right? Because 2016 was horrible, right? So bad that you get the first overall pick, right? You ended up with 3 first round picks in 2017, and then we start to change some things, right? So you look at the Browns, right? Going into 2017, like you got to put it into perspective, man. You got to put it into perspective. So 2017, right? They lost every game. I take it back. 2016, they lost every game. Every game. 2016, they lost. They went 1-15. That is atrocious. That is atrocious. And your only Pro Bowler is Joe Thomas, and he's coming to an end. I couldn't imagine going through that season, man. And then under Hugh Jackson, they ended up going 0-16. They lost every game in 2017, bro. Like, wow. Wow. But you end up getting the opportunity to draft maybe another franchise player, and you did. You did. You end up taking Miles Garrett, who has been nothing short of spectacular for them. 100 sacks already, not even 10 years in the league. So we can say that this was a massive success for them. and something that was kind of going to change the corner, turn the corner for them. So then they draft, extraordinary player, two-way player, Jabril Peppers. He was an All-American. He did a lot of stuff, man. He returner, linebacker, defense. He did all kind of stuff for Michigan, and he was gonna do that too for them, but didn't last that long. So I'm gonna call it a miss for the Patriots, not for the Patriots, but for the Browns. But he found a home in New England. But for the Browns, he wasn't that good. And David Njoku, man, he had a lot of good, man, a lot of good athleticism, um, the ability to kind of run, man. Like he looked like he was gonna be one of the best tight ends in the league. And there's a Pro Bowl in there, but there's also some injury concerns, right? He gets hurt a little bit, but so far this has been a meh, in my opinion, for them. Not necessarily good, not necessarily bad either. But the next year, after going 0-16, they draft Baker Mayfield, and Baker Mayfield should have the biggest chip on his shoulder forever, man. He's a walk on, um, and won the Heisman, man. Like, come on, man. Like, dude, nasty, man. Like, I mean, went to Texas Tech, won the starting job, left, and then proceeded to have one of the greatest college football careers ever in Oklahoma. You know, like, come on, man. Like, but then you go to the Browns, right? And he's a gunslinger to us people that grew up in the 2000s. Kind of like a Brett Favre player, right? Willing to take that extra pass, the extra second, to scramble around and try to find that open guy, right? Um, and there was some good. There was some good with Baker Mayfield, man. Like they had a good team. They got during his time there, they got Odell Beckham. They ended up getting Jarvis Landry. They ended up getting a whole host of good players, man. And and he was trying to bring in a new era of Browns football, man. And to cast him off like, oh, he ain't that good, I would be upset, man, because we literally just went through every pick that they had before they got to Baker Mayfield. So from 2011 to 2016, there was nothing, nothing. That was a desert, a place that your career goes to die, right? And then you get Baker Mayfield. Well, the year before you get Myles Garrett, and then you get Baker Mayfield, right? Two players that can change your franchise around, and they did. These are great numbers, man. 3,000 almost four, 3,000 almost four, 3,000, 3,000, right? Yeah, maybe the interceptions could go down, but you 6-10. You 6-10. You're trying to win, bro. You're trying to win. I don't mind somebody trying to win, man. Tired of losing. Tired of losing. Come on, man. Tired of losing. You feel me? And then 2020, they get to the divisional round and lose to the Chiefs, right? Like, come on, man. You put it all together and it almost works out, right? But it's like, damn, what else you need? You know, what else? What else do you need to see from Baker Mayfield to not give him a shot to still be there, right? And everything you've seen him do in Tampa Bay is exactly what he was trying to do in Cleveland. And they just threw him away like he wasn't nothing. Like, come on, man. That's why the Browns are the Browns, man. And then that same year they got Denzel Ward, right? Who just been low key one of the best cornerbacks in the league right now. You know? Like, come on, man. Production, been there the longest, Pro Bowler, everything. So, like, these picks right here trying to turn the corner for them. You know, and they got Jedrick Wells, right? Still on the Browns, I guess, at this point. No, now on the Browns. He's still on the Browns. Is he? I'm trying to see. Did he get released? No. Nah, so they picked up the option. So he's still there, I think. But I mean, still a good pick. I think obviously you want to see more games played, obviously. But, you know, this is a make or break season for him. You know, make or break season for him. Right? And then they get Greg Newsom, right? Still there. You know, like doing some cool stuff, man. Doing some cool stuff. So, I mean, he's still there. They're trying to do some stuff with that. But I mean, then, you know, the last, what, 3 seasons? They ain't done shit at the draft. They traded him away. So if I'm Miles Garrett, I'm like, yo, I'm asking. Like, I would ask him, why did you take this extension, man? Like, I don't understand it. They not doing nothing. They not trying to do nothing. Before they drafted you, they wasn't doing nothing. And then now they not doing nothing. Like you literally helped 2 out of the 3 teams you traded with the last 3 seasons get better. Jordan Davis to the Eagles helped them win a Super Bowl, right? Jameer Gibbs to Detroit, right? Help them get even better, right? Brian Thomas is a Pro Bowler in year 1. Come on, man. Like the Browns gotta do better, man. They gotta do something, man. Maybe it's the ownership. I'm not sure. Like the Haslam family is not that good, man. When it comes to drafting or hiring people or whatever the fuck it is, it sucks, man. Like since 2000, the Browns have been absolutely trash at drafting, man. With the occasional hit, but there's a whole lot of misses in here, man. Whole lot. And when you finally get 2 franchise cornerstones, you get rid of one. And now he's really good for Tampa Bay, right? So, right, and you got Denzel Ward still there, right? But no quarterback. You wasted money on Deshaun Watson. He hasn't been that good. He's not gonna be back this season. So, like, so much has happened with the Browns, man, and a lot not good, man. So that's my assessment on them as far as drafting. As far as drafting since 2000, it's been bad. A lot of misses. But as far as 2025, bro, they got the second overall pick, man. You know, as much as I would want to see them pick somebody in 2025, bro, I honestly want to see them trade up out of that pick, dog. I want to see them trade up out of the second overall pick, get some more draft capital, man, and um, and just rebuild the team, man. So you got Miles Garrett on a new deal, so let's do something else. Let's start rebuilding for the future, and let's do something else, man. That's what I would say as a Browns fan if I was one. Like, fuck it, let's just move back and figure out what we can do, man, because this is not going well, man. So that's what I would do with that second overall pick in 2025, man. But that's my Browns recap since they drafted in 2000, man. It has not been very good at all. And yeah, man, like they still seem to be feeling the effects of that Ozzie Newsome firing, pretty much. But nonetheless, man, let me know what you think about the Browns draft pick since 2000, man. Get in that comment box and be like, hey, you right, they've been trash. Or be like, nah, 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 pump your brakes on some of these guys. They was good. So let me know how you feel about the Browns pick since 2000, man. And join us on the next one, as I believe it is. Let me see who I'm doing next. Let me see. Forgive me, peoples. Um, as we do the Dallas Cowboys. That's the next team on the list. So we'll see y'all on the next video, man. Football frame of mind. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'm Cam. Peace.